following presentation of the National Football League.
Coming to you live from Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo in Orchard Park, New York. Today, a good one in store here. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Buffalo Bills. Jake Elliott is out, ready to kick this one away. And we're off and running from Western New York. Here's a return from the 7. Making some progress here. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35. So here come the Bills for their opening drive. They're led out by one of the faces of this sport, Brock, a one-of-one quarterback who graduated from humble beginnings at Wyoming. It's Josh Allen.
Look up game changer in today's NFL, and you see Josh Allen right at the top of the list. Really, one of the only guys in the league who can make the play with his arm or with his legs in just about any situation. The guy is a game changer.
First tone of the game for James Cook. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
When you script that first 15, Kate, and that first play is a run play, well, you can't do it better than that.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory. First down throw for Allen. Finds him over the middle. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and 3 now. Play action now, Allen. He's got Khalil Shakir. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Bills have a first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. That's incomplete left side. No look on his first look of the game. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
No luck on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He dodged the tackle. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. The Bills take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. It's a James Cook touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
Tyler Bass on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Bills will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Bills 7, Eagles nothing.
pass now to kick this away. Here's Smith on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. And here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're led out by an incredible score through the air and on the ground. He was picked 53rd back in 2020. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations around the goal line, he finds a way to get in, but it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him, and he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock him behind the sticks. Job well done there.
He's calling his own number again. And he'll get it up to the 27.
I don't mind that scramble at all, Kate. It makes that defense think this guy's not just going to sit in the pocket all day. I say this as well like I do all the time. When you're going to scramble as a quarterback, make sure you protect yourself.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. To the air on 3rd and long. Nice caught. He's got Brown. And he's going to have this up near the 40, just a little bit short of it. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
And an Eagles first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They run it with Saquon Barkley. He was descended upon quickly and dropped after looks like a yard gain. Hit applied by Bradley Chubb.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Hurts now from the gun. This one snagged by Dallas Goedert. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Hurts. That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be driven out, but a nice pickup. Gained about 8. 2nd down.
Ooh, he knew he was going to pay for throwing that. I knew it from up here in the booth watching that happen. But that's an experienced quarterback. If that first primary target isn't there, make sure you find your safety valve. And that got them some yards, so taking that shot, well, it was not for nothing.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They stopped him just in time. He got back to the line, but denied the yard they needed. 3rd down coming up.
Hey, as much as I love talking about these physical matchups, right now this is psychological. This adds some layers to this 3rd down call. Do you try your hand at another run and hope it fares better? Tougher to go back to it again when it just gets stuffed.
They send a tight end in motion. Trying to get it with the option. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
A gain of 3 yards. That's another Eagles.
Some tough running from the leader of the offense right there. Didn't have a ton of room, but he made it work well enough to move those chains.
Their opening drive continues. 1st and 10 now from the 39. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And the Bills get to him. Down he goes. And this defense going to try to hang on to that momentum, Brock, as they go for another stop on third down.
Oftentimes, these early exchanges are just a feeling-out process for rushers and blockers. But they can also set the tone for the battles the rest of the game. And that defender, you know, with an early win, he's feeling really good about himself.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's a get to Bigsby. And what a great run, but they are cruelly denied that first. It's going to be 4th and short.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? That's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
And they apparently don't want a field goal to start this game. They want 6. They're going for it. 4th down, trying for the sticks with an option. And the early aggressiveness is answered. They went for it on their opening series, and the defense stops them. That's a turnover on downs.
Whether they were keyed on him expecting that run, or in case of a throw, it worked either way for the defense. When the QB broke for the line, they broke with them, and they drug him down short of the sticks.
Here comes the Bills offense for their second drive of the game. And so far, they've executed exactly how they drew it up, Brock. Early lead, no points allowed, and a chance now to seize control of the game on their second possession.
And, Kate, generally, offenses love to script their first 10 to 15 plays. Well, this entire game script is playing out just the way they want to.
All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Allen now on 1st down. It is Kupp, left side. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
10 yards.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Hits him on the out route. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
That one stopped right at the line for no gain. This is going to be 2nd down.
Boy, is it tough to fool this defense with how well they read and react to these plays. Held that line, and the QB keeper gets nada.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Has him on the quick hitter. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, they need 7. Moore going to motion over right. Allen on 3rd down. And that one's too far in front of him, so now they're facing 4th down.
Okay, you know I talk to you all the time about these money downs and 3rd downs and the plan you got to have. It's kind of like a manufacturing plant. You've got to manufacture open looks, and that time the plant was closed.
The Bills with a punt team out there. Back deep for the Eagles, Britton Covey. Fair catch called for and brought in at the 11. The Eagles about set to get going for their 2nd drive. They liked how that drive was going, but the ending, the turnover on downs, yeah, that's something they'll try to rewrite on this series. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. Now Hurts. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Big gain downfield. And he has this to the opposing 35.
that is so much more the exception than the rule when you're targeting double or triple coverage. You may be fortunate to complete a fair number of those throws, but gains like that, those are rare, and that's big time.
So click the field, folks. It's 1st and 10 inside of enemy territory now. Throwing now out of the shotgun. Finding Brown back-to-back plays. And he hits that enemy 25-yard line before he is sent out. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Hurts setting up to throw. Completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
You know, kid, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hurts yet again. Finds his back. Here's Barkley. And a gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. This one's caught. Smith has it. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut it to a lone point on the scoreboard. It's a Devontae Smith touchdown. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on the football field. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. And he sure did.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Fielded at the 7. Decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Bills set to take over offensively. And in a tie game, we've been sensing a breakthrough coming, Brock. Might this be the drive where we finally see one side get the edge over the other?
Well, if it is, Kate, you know and I know it's about play-to-play execution, and more than likely, making sure they can convert in some of those situational downs.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's brought down at the line. The rookie from Texas there on the tackle.
Defense all over that throw. You could just smell it. They just smelled that football coming their way, and that's as good as an incompletion. And they're going to be in a good spot. 2nd down coming up.
Now Allen. Here's a screen for Cook. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
We're back for the second quarter. Bills in possession of the football. They'll only need a few inches here on third down. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Just a single yard, but that's going to be enough to move the chains.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
Now the shotgun give to Cook. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 13 on that play. And that's good for a Buffalo first.
First down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and 10. Here's Allen. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Back to the air, Allen. Steps up and he's running with it. And he has it to the 23-yard line as he's brought down. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
That's another Bills. First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another first and 10. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. First down throw for Allen. That's more on the quick slant. And he's brought down inside the 10 at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal. Straight ahead, here's Cook. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on first and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on second down.
Ball placed at the 7. It's second and goal. Cook again. And this time he makes it in. Touchdown, Buffalo. The Bills take a second quarter lead. It's a James Cook touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Bass on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Bills break that tie and now lead by 7.
14. Eagles 7. Tyler Bass.
Bass now to kick this away. On the return, Britton Covey. And he stopped on the run back at the 27. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
On first down, Hurts finds him on the crossing route. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
That's good for an Eagles first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hurts tucks it, starts running. He slides down with enough to pick up that first.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
And just in case this offense didn't have enough to contend with, now you got to worry about a quarterback that could do what he just did. Tote the ball himself for a big run.
Motion man sent left. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Finds him over the middle. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Well, we have seen the value of a big physical tight end. Just like that. Those post routes downfield, so hard to defend. The great tight ends, the physical tight ends, it's almost as if they're posting up on the low block in basketball, and you can't get around them.
Hurts gets it out wide, complete. And he gets back to the line, but no more.
You know, I've learned over the years, defensively, they call that the camera pull. How many different guys can get rallying to the football? So that last shot you see on camera, you see as many defenders keeping that to a 0-yard gain. That's well done defensively.
Hurts now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
A gain of 4. And it's third down.
6 yards to go here. It's third down. And again, here's Hurts. He's going to run for it. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Eagles can tie it up in the second after cutting into the lead. Jalen Hurts with the touchdown.
Hey, Kate, that play, I don't think it started out as a touchdown run. I think he was thinking first down, but all of a sudden, a little bit of space opened up, those afterburners kicked in, and he made himself and his team a phenomenal play.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And all that's needed here, Brock, is some repeat execution from that last series. Of course, I'd expect the defense has made some adjustments after giving up that touchdown.
And that is the beauty of this game we love so much. Those back and forth adjustments on the sidelines. And can this offense do what it did a drive ago? And that is stay one play ahead of their defensive foes.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Cook trying this one up the gut. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Moore going to motion over right. And the play clock hits 0. This is going to be delay of game.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still second down.
All right, here we go, second down. They've got a man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Allen. This one's quickly to Shakir. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason this is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. To the air on 3rd and long. It's brought in downfield by Kincaid. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless. He took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
And now from the pistol to Cook. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Allen fires out wide, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
3rd down here, need 8 on the play. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Sends this to the end zone. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
They'll bring out the punter here. Ooh, snap came in slow, but he got it away. He's brought down before the return gets far. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. They were able to say mission accomplished on their last series, finding that end zone, but the work, well, it starts all over again right now.
And you know this, Kate, from our years together of doing this. I'm a firm believer of call it till they stop it. It doesn't mean you have to innovate right away. Call the same plays until they stop them, because they proved last drive they couldn't.
First call here coming from the shotgun. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Stepping up, and he's going to run. And there's that slide at the end, Brock. Good decision-making there as he picks up close to 8 on that run.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Barkley trying this up the gut. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. Just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late. And this could have been much, much more exciting.
It's a sneak. Hurts. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stopped him at the line. No gain.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
First down now, ball at the 33. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. And for the first time, one of his throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? That slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record by 25 straight completions to begin a game. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's good for an Eagles first down. A gain of 14.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Hurts throwing again. It's a screen to Barkley. And they'll get there and stop him at the line. Plenty of scoring already. We have reached the 2-minute warning. More from Highmark Stadium in just a moment. Bills bringing an extra DB out. 3rd down. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Throw right side. Caught by Smith. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Now on 4th down, on comes Braden Mann to boot this away for the Birds. And this is the punt you want every time. He bounces out of bounds and sticks them inside their own 10. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they couldn't be backed up much further, Brock. A safety, really the only concern as they take possession here inside their 5-yard line. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Allen now on 1st down. Completed over the middle. And they'll take him down here right at the 8-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Allen dumps it off to his running back. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Gets it quickly to Palmer. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain.
That's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Bronc, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hanson, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hanson back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the 3rd quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Hewer.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These 2 teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the 3rd quarter.
Tyler Bass.
Well, we're set up for an incredible second half. All tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Covey now to return this. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. So to begin the third quarter, the Eagles offense returning to the field. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. That play good for 17 and a first down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Putting the tight end in motion. First down, and they go right back to it. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Hurts setting up to throw. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And for the second straight play, Brock, they're headed the wrong way, and that's going to bring up a tough third down.
Well, partner, I think this defense had enough. This QB has been getting out of the pocket and doing damage with his legs, but not this time. Great pursuit, great effort, and they're able to wrap him up for the sack.
Got to figure out this third down here. Third and long for him here. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on third down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
The Eagles are in punt formation. And he's going to get a modest amount on that return before he ends up out of bounds. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. Here's a give to Cook. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Working from the gun, it's Allen. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play. Jarred it loose, incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered. And that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. Now we've got some whistles as a member of the Bills is shaken up and could use a look from the trainers here. On now comes their punter. And he's going to try to give his defense a long field to defend. And he's hit before he can get anything on that return. Philadelphia's offense back out for another drive. Now their last drive, not the one they want to replicate after they were forced to punt it away. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll start this one out with Barkley. Drops right, first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now is training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. They go to Barkley again. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Bills territory. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine. And that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. Escapes the pocket. That's the line, he's going to run for it. They call this a 4-yard pickup, so now the question becomes, Brock, will they go for this or will they punt?
That is such a good play defensively. A play you could take a whole bunch of pride in not only stopping the passing game, but the effort to get to the quarterback before he could scramble for the first.
Just about a yard to the marker, so they're going to take the risk and go for this. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And he's touched as they pick up that first down on 4.
It's a gain of 2.
A certain variation of this play has really become synonymous with one team. And you know what I'm talking about, the tush push over there in Philly. But its roots, this has been one of the offense's greatest plays long before Jalen Hurts and those Eagles put their own stamp on it. So simple to run, so tough to stop.
Hurts on first down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's forced out of bounds after picking up about 7.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
2nd and 3 now. Play action. Hurts has it. Got a man downfield, and Goddard has it. And it'll be 1st and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
Gain of 31 yards. And an Eagles first down. 1st and goal, Philadelphia.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Big play sets him up pretty here with 1st and goal from the 5. They're going to run with Barkley. And he gets in. Touchdown! The Eagles take a 3rd quarter lead. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that can score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
Bills 14.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
To kick off for Philadelphia.
Fielded at the 7. He's got a lane up past the 30. And he brought this one almost to midfield before he's tackled. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And they're a touchdown back, Brock, as they take over down 21-14. All right, excellent field position for the Bills as they set up 1st and 10. Here's the backup, first throw. That's more of the catch out left. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. This is Cook on the handoff. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a 4-yard gain, and that's going to get him across the marker and earn the first.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
1st and 10 from the 43. Again, it's Cook, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Went on a stop, had that incredible breakout season last year, was Zach Bond.
That's a pretty good stop on first down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
Play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense.
Delay of game, offense.
Man in motion wasn't set in time, just couldn't get a snap away before the play clock expired.
Still 2nd down.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Design bootleg here. Holding by his back, Cook. And this makes it to around the 43-yard line. Brought down on the effort by Quinion Mitchell.
You know, these running backs today, they are so versatile. It doesn't matter if they're running it, or in this case, same principle applies on routes out of the backfield. You don't get somebody close to him, that throw is headed his way.
Allen on 3rd down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they come up big on 3rd down there with the sack.
Got to get some protection up front here, Kate. He is already in the game because they knocked out the starter, and trust me, you don't want to get to the emergency quarterback.
They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. Slow snap, but he's able to get this one away. And this will fly out of bounds to deny a return. They're going to mark it a little before the 20. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Eagles getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
And what a jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. 1st down, a run with Barkley. Not the way to begin a new set of downs, Brock, as they drop it behind the line.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Hurts. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
It's a gain of 5. 3rd and 10.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? To the air on 3rd and long. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Catch is made down the right sideline. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
So after the incomplete pass, here's 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles take a 13-point lead. Jalen Hurts with a touchdown. Just a great effort there from him, Brock, to take it upon himself, embrace the initiative, and turn that drive into 6.
You know, Kate, there was a day when you were watching Steve Young or Randall Cunningham, and that felt like a bonus touchdown. But that's not today. It feels like every quarterback's got to be able to score, be a dual threat on the ground. It's part of an offense every single team relies upon.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles double their lead to 14.
Bills 14. Jake
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Returning it from the 4. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. All right, Bills to the line now. 1st and 10. First down throw for Allen. It's his running back. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 39 now after that explosive start to this drive. Now the shotgun give to Cook. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
Yes, a smaller gain on the stat sheet with that counter run, but it does diversify their run game portfolio. Makes those guys, and especially the edge defenders, think a little bit. And Kate, I've told you once, I'll tell you 100 times, I love the play action that comes off of that same counter run action.
Play action now, Allen. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Well, he connected on 3 straight before that throw, Brock. Might not be perfect anymore on this drive, but they are still moving it well.
And I don't expect that one to interrupt his progress very long. They're still on a mission this series, and he's the one driving it.
Play action now with Allen. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There was almost no resistance offered against a rush that came off the line ready to maul anything in sight. It was all the QB could do to get rid of that before he gets absolutely clobbered.
They'll send out the punting unit. Ooh, snaps a little off, but he adjusts and sends it away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
At their own 26-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Motion man left is Brown. 1st down throwing for Hurts. He's going to push one deep down the right. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's 2nd down.
A small little jab there finally landed by the defense, able to break up one of these passes, but let's be real. We know who's been landing the heavy punches all game long. Looks like they're going to keep being aggressive too, Kate. I love that. Stay on the gas.
Hurts trying again on 2nd down. Now here he goes. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. We'll see what they come up with for 3rd down in just a bit. We've reached the end of 3. The Eagles have the football, and with that lead, might have a win in just a little while, too. Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. Throw right side. Caught by Goddard. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock. Down inside the opposing 30. Pick up there of 39 yards. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger game.
1st and 10. Here's Hurts. He's got Brown on the slant. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
I'm not going to lie. I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap for Hurts. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. They'll run here following the penalty. And he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Here's another carry for Barkley. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Call it 1 yard there. So consecutive 1-yard runs brings up 3rd and 8.
Brings up 3rd and 8.
Throw here, 3rd down. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
A gain of 12 yards. And an Eagles 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Such a terrific job by the receiver. You can't give that route away. You got to run a curl. And the best curl and go, hook and go, out and up guys, Kate, they run that initial route full speed. He did. Got the defense to bite, and the play went right over his head.
Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he's in. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles have likely locked up the win right there. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. And he is all smiles down there. He's got his 2nd rushing score this game, and they've got an even bigger lead in this 2nd half.
Well, we know it because we call these games week to week, Kate. Almost every single one of them seems to be a one-possession nail-biter. To build this kind of cushion and to do it with the strength of his legs, yeah, they're worthy of those smiles down there.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
35. Bills 14.
Elliott all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
Return coming from the 6. This makes it up to the 25. The Bills and James Cook making their way back out on offense now. And those legs must be tired, but he ain't stopping, Brock. Not with the type of game that he's been having for himself on the ground. First call here coming from the shotgun. Allen on the play action. Well, right side, and Shakir has it. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Allen looking to throw. Here's a screen for Cook. That screen sniffed out quickly, shut down behind the line.
Jake, that's one of those situations as a quarterback that on my grade sheet, that's a negative. That screen was ambushed by the defense, and you've got to throw it away. Just find a way to put it at his feet and not create a negative play for your offense.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. 3rd and long, they're going to throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Desperation time here. Got his man. Shakir has it. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. Wow, what a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down. They pull off the conversion.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Right back to Shakir. This is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Following that completion, remember the O-line looks to be in some pain. They're headed out to take a look at him now. Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Allen gonna throw again. Pulled in by his back. Cook. And he's tackled for a short gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. When one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
To the air again, Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack may change the next play call as it sends them backwards ahead of third down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front seven telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
The Eagles into the nickel, third down coming. Third and long for him here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Rick Woolen with the INT. And the Eagles bring the interception back beyond the 40 before the tackle is made.
I'll hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
The Eagles about set to go on offense. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Going deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is scooped up by the Bills. And Buffalo will take this one back for the touchdown. The Bills get it back to within 2 possessions.
This quarterback, you just cannot play it fast and loose with ball security because those defenders, Kate, on the other side, they practice all week to rip and tear and claw at that football. He gave it away, and even worse, you watch him return it for 6.
Bass on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Bills get it back to a 14-point game.
Eagles 35, Bills 21. Tyler Bass.
Still reeling a little after fumbling that away, but they're going to get it right back with this kickoff. Here's Smith on the return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Philadelphia settled and ready. It's 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in the locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
Now Hurts. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 27.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Making the call himself. Escapes the defender. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that'll be good for a Philadelphia first down.
First down. It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Eagles.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Barkley on the shotgun handoff. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Play action. Hurts has it. He sure came his all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
Oh, that drop is such a bummer because it ruins the payoff of such a well-designed play, Kate. Got the man open, beat the coverage, but then you got to go finish it. You got to go make that catch. I will say, keep that one in mind. They could revisit that play in the future.
On 3rd down, it's Hurts. He finds Brown right side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So out now comes the punter. Braden Mann will kick it away. Nice punt here, up and angled towards the sideline. And this is looking fantastic. Wow, bounces just yards shy of the goal line. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 4. Possession switching back to Buffalo as their offense heads out. And a nice drive last time out, Brock, squandered by that interception. So I think they'd take a repeat of everything except that final play. The Buffalo offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to Cook. He dodged the tackle. And he'll be brought down just as he gets it up to the 24. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone in the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
From the shotgun, it's Allen. Caught him right side by Kincaid. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Kate, one thing I learned from the late, great Mike Leach is, yeah, the system was called air raid, but it wasn't just attacking downfield. His philosophy, and it played out right there, is you have to attack every inch of the field, both vertically and horizontally, without routes or in routes just like that.
Allen on 3rd and short. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
Down in the 4th, offense staying out there for this. They'll go. Allen And they don't get the catch they need there. Their hand was forced. Brock had to try and go for it, but they turn it over on downs.
It's a turnover.
I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the fourth. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
New set of downs for him from the 31. Barkley trying this up the gut. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. The Bills are going to go ahead and call their first time out.
14 yards.
May still have 2 to work with in this final quarter.
First down. A gain of 14. First down, Philadelphia.
So a new set of downs. Here we go. First and 10. Now Barkley. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Buffalo calls it second time out of the half. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They go with Barkley here. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up first and goal. Now the Bills use their third and final timeout. And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
First and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Barkley going to try to smash his way in. And he's in for the touchdown. The Eagles make it a 3-score game in the fourth. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. His third of the game on the ground.
Let's see, Kate. I think in bowling, you get 3 strikes, that's a turkey. You know, in hockey or soccer, you score 3 goals, that's a hat trick. What are we going to call this other than simply splendid?
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Eagles stretch their lead to 21.
42. Bills 21.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. Hardman with a return. And in the end, Brock, a pretty exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Buffalo sending its offense to the field. And scoring hasn't been the issue for him, Brock, but it has been impossible to hold pace with the offense on the other side of this football field.
And we know they can't get this all back in one play, but they better do it with a sense of urgency.
So first and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, it's Allen. Built up this one off to his running back, complete. Able to take this to about the 35. That's a gain of 5 on the play.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Allen. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
It's 3rd and 8.
We've hit the 2-minute warning here in Buffalo. Bills hoping to make it look a little better before time runs out. It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. To the air on 3rd and long. He's going to run for it. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
You know, before the snap, right before the snap, you may have to take off if the read isn't there. That was a great adjustment made at the perfect time for the first down.
1st and 10 from the 43. Now Allen. Did not like what he was seeing, Bronson. He's just going to hurl this one away.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Back to the air, Allen. Dumped off to his running back. And he goes out, just needed one more step there to reach midfield.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap, they'll throw. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Couldn't find DJ Moore on that throw. And that leaves them with 4th and 5. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Bronk. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
And they'll turn it over on downs as that pass comes up empty and off the field they go. And that play doesn't get it done. We've got a turnover on downs. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended Brock in a touchdown. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on 1st down. Design keeper here for Hurts. Lining up to take a knee on 2nd down. So the Eagles will fly out of here with their own win. And it was a game for fans of high-scoring football, wasn't it? I know Brock was enjoying seeing both of these offenses work, and really not a lot to dislike from either group. Just one side working at a slightly better clip than the other. That was the difference in the win. So for Brock Huard and all of our crew, I'm Kate Scott, wrapping up another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from Buffalo.